Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sports Cars. Another week's flown by, another chassis has landed. If you like what you see and you're into your kit cars guys, then why not subscribe to our channel. Press subscribe, click on the bell icon, press all, and it'll send you notifications each week. So we're out in the workshop, we're going to do a little bit out here first, and then we're going to share some news. Like we said, we do an announcement this week that's in the news for us as well, and some bits and bobs. So we'll crack on with this. Look, another chassis landed. This is an RX-5 chassis with a 50mm cage with side impact bars. This is going to be, we're just getting this one together for the customer as well. Fiberglass is all here. So we're looking to build on that. And so, yeah, they're rolling on. You're talking 8 to 12 week lead time, guys. So if you're looking to get into a car, now you know that one of these turns into one of these. Difference being, this used to have a cage, we've put a roll bar on it now, but that will have the same and exactly that, and it's a bit of a showstopper. So if you're in lockdown, we're in COVID, and you want to build your dream car, these you go along the road, you drive these, everybody looks at them. You can turn up a Ferrari, everybody looks at them. They're fantastic looking cars. It's I think it makes someone's day. You drive out in this, make someone's day. So build an MK and make someone's day. I mean, how good is that? Did I really say that? Did I really say that on camera? That's a bit cheesy, but yeah, it really does do that. That's awesome. So chassis are landed, production's still on, 8 to 12 weeks on lead times. If you're looking to get in, pick up the phone and give Neil a shout or an email, and we'll try and deal with you. Right, so we're on with RX-5s again, the left-hand drive one. You saw this a little bit of time ago. We've been on with the electrics, and it has been a little bit slower going. Apologies for that. But Neil has done a video, I think, on this as well, tidying up the bird's nest, as he calls it. So I'm sure in the comments below, he'll stick the link to the video of that as well. So this is the sort of left-hand side with the bespoke manifold, the 4x1, etc. as well. That we're running through for our French customer. So we're going to be backing on with this. It's all mounted, all a bit tidier. It's still got to have some loom tape and split conduit put in, but it's everything's operational now. So all the gauges wired in, the rear lights all wired in, fog lights, everything's all wired in. Although it's laid in loose, it's ready to then be attached to the bodywork. And also, you probably noticed something a bit different on here. Our first prototype nose cone. It's the same as the MK1 original one, but it has been slimmed down. Normally we have a bulge here that comes out. It's been completely slimmed down, and it fits back further. Normally it finishes here in front of the steering rack, and we've cut it round, and it's all going to be scalloped around for the push rods and steering rack, same as on this side. And once the new Essex bodywork is finally completed, we'll look to roll it out. It's still a couple of months away, but it's the first prototype one that infills the side panels and also slims down the front of the nose a little bit more as well. So that's rolling on. We ain't stopping. We're trying to always produce new and better quality products wherever we can. The left-hand drive product is back in the workshop now, and we'll get cracking along with starting out with the builds like the S2000, etc. as well. So that's cool. We'll move on down and see what's next. Right, chassis and kits still, we're getting them together. This one you saw the other week is now completed, ready. We've picked all the parts. This will be going out. We've got all the bodywork and parts over there. So we fitted on this as well. We've got the rockers fitted, front for the push rods. All the brake lines are in. So we've got the copper brake lines and the braided hoses and those. You've got the wheelwood pedal, OBP on this, yeah. It's the billet pedal box on there as well. Very nicely done. Fuel lines are all in, front to back, and the powder coated floor pan all bonded on and fitted on as well. Fuel lines and brake lines up to the back as well, all done. Roll bars temporarily bolted in just for transportation really, but this is all in the satin black. It's a nice powder coat finish on these. It does look better. I prefer the satin black to the gloss black and the other colours. I think it just suits it way better. It's all stamped up. I won't show the whole note, but we laser etch all our chassis chaps. I mean, Joe might get a close-up with that one. No tripod, camera assistant this week, but yeah, it's all etched into the chassis numbers as well. So that's done, radiator mount. So that'll be rolling out to Scotland this week. So nice one, Dave. We'll look forward and excited to see your build come along. We've got another chassis there we're starting in as well. That's a cage chassis, so we're picking those parts as well, and that'll be rolling out. So yeah, we've got about 4 or 5 ready to collating over the next sort of week to get out to the customers. Right, Indy Classic S2000 time again, guys. We've been trickling along with this one as well. So we fit all the oil coolers, you know, last week. Now we plumbed in the lines to a remote oil filter housing here, and we're coming off a adapter plate, a mushroom adapter plate that's down in there. That's all fitted in as well, plumbed up. The exhaust system, you know, is on, and the link pipe we're just modifying and changing now. We've cut a hole in the side panel, very neat, very small hole, which is good. Looks at super clean lines, and then we've got a cat to go on and a carbon fibre silencer going on this one as well. So that will be done in the next week as well, fitted on. Bulkhead panel you saw last week, that's fitted in, and the scuttle, that's all dry fitted. That will take minutes to bolt back on now. It's all the fittings are done. Digidash was in, and then we fitted in and started doing all the little aluminium savage switches as well, which is your basics for IVA. Really, ignition switch is for there, and all your warning symbols will be on the DD2 light as well, which is I'm a big fan of. Basically, it's very simple, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's perfect. Side panels are fully bonded now. Rear tub is fully bonded as well. We've got the black fuel cap, which we showed you. We've also got the fog, reverse, number plate light, all in, all for IVA compliance in heights, widths, and etc. So that's all gone on. Everything's bonded in, and that will roll on. We're just waiting for some bits and looms as well. I'll probably start on the headlights, and wing stays are done. Wing stays, these come flat, and it's down to bending depending on wheel size you're running. So this is going to be running the CXR, what you see here, with the 185s on it. Very nice wheel, like them. So these wing stays are all pre-bent now. Just final paint and powder coat to go on those. So the first coatings, and then we'll get them off, bolted on, ready for the wing stay. For the wing to sit on there. It's going to have 185s on the front and 205s on the rear. So 6-inch on the front, 8-inch on the rear on this car as well. So they've all been bent up as well. So progress on that. Exhaust will be finished. We'll start on that this week. Centre tunnel was done last week as well, and that's gone off, and we're doing a bit of upholstery on that one. Something a little bit different. So we'll show you when it comes back in from the trimmers. Cool. Let's move on and see what's next. Right, R1 demo car, not too much on this week because we've been on with other projects and other things outside of the workshop, as well as what we'll explain in the news in a minute, as well as chassis production and parts production as well. But we have managed to, in the cold weather, stick on the side stripes, the carbon side stripes, carbon effect, shall we say, not real carbon, wish they were. But yeah, they're all in, and we've had to do that. And on this side, main reason is because the exhaust system is going to go on next. That's the next job. It's all been mocked up, it's fine, but before we bolt it on, of course, it's much easier to fit the stripes now than afterwards once the exhaust system is on. So they've gone on. Looks great, I think, with the carbon, which we've done the rear stripe the other week as well. Looking really clean and killer. Steering wheel still sitting here, but you know about the old free-wheel controls on this. Super excited. And it was 442 kilos last week. So, and we've had a stripe was all in there, so we know that's still included in the weight. Not that it'll make much difference. So looking forward to getting this one finished as well. Right, so we've moved into a different location in the office sort of area. Remember the old twin barrels, famous twin barrels, where I used to sit here every day and bore on with other stuff. We do it slightly different now. We try and get the workshop, the more important stuff. But we have got news this week, so I thought we'd sit in somewhere a little bit warmer and talk to you about a couple of things. So we've got the secret news here. What have we got? So what have we got on this week? IVA in cars. So you probably see, maybe we did put it out in socials, but we had a GSX R1000 we put through IVA at Norwich this week, passed first time. Shouldn't expect anything different. Follow the manuals, follow the guidelines that we deal with you guys, and we've got manuals. Actually, we've had a few emails on that this week. Do you do a manual? Yes, we do. It's available online. I think there's a purchase price on it, but we do refund you that if you buy a kit. So the manuals are available. It's not a problem at all. So yeah, GSX R1000 car, all passed through IVA. And people say about bike engines, tough to get through. Yeah, you can tweak the emissions and get them sorted. It's not a problem. Decent CAT system on it as well. So yeah, that's number one. Autocar magazine, the demo car really. This the turbo demo car, brilliant car. In the magazine, we had it in January. We had the booster car, and then we had the turbo car in this month's magazine, in the auto car. So great little write-up. I love that little car. We love driving it. So if you're subscribing to that, or Neil will probably put a link down to the article on it. if you look at the comments below, if you've subscribed and down the comments there, they'll put a link down there for you on that article as well. So what else has been on? RX-5 stuff again. Omics. We had the car down at Omics. It has been down there for the last couple of weeks because they've been doing a lot of cold start mapping. Perfect weather for it at the moment. And dynoing it and tuning it in as best as possible and making numbers and trying to make all the systems work correctly for us with all the loom. Well, pleased to say the results are in, and he may print up a dyno here. We got, so what's stock? I think 138 stock horsepower and a 1.8 BP engine and about 118 foot-pound of torque. We came in on its glory run was 160 horsepower. That's a big jump just for management change, and something like 20 foot-pound of torque extra as well. So we're super happy with those results just for a management change. I'm sure there's more development to come out of that engine if you wanted to do light and flywheels, cams and other things, bigger throttle body, maybe different colder air intake, all of these kind of little bits that you could do to increase it. But 160 stock, that's more than a Z-Tech is stock, I think, or just about with throttle. You've got to have throttle bodies on a Z-Tech to do that. So really happy with that. And Richard down at Omics, who we partnered with, was super happy, super pleased with it, and was actually pleasantly surprised. And weirdly enough, when you look at the graph, when it hits the 170 horsepower up here, it's still climbing. If that could rev more, if you could make it and maybe upgrade the valve train in the valve springs and things, you could get more. You could let it rev out to 7,500, 8,000. It would be awesome. So it's still climbing. Unbelievable engine. We're a big fan of them. So other news out there, we're looking for MKs really. If you're looking to sell your car, part exchange it in for another kit or a rebuild. You're looking to sell your car, touch us up. We are looking to buy in a few cars as well. We've got customer base always looking for cars. So if you're looking to sell a car and you want to come in and it's a bit less hassle and you're talking to people who probably know the brand better than ever, give us a shout, give us a hook up. We can have a chat about your car and what you're looking to do with it. And the other news, the final news, is AB Performance. Now, sadly, unfortunately, Andy had to close down AB Performance at the back end of last year. We've been working with Andy for quite a few years now, and Andy's been doing this business for 18 plus years. A real shame. I can understand his decision. COVID had hit many businesses hard. I can understand his decision behind that. So we partnered with him. Thankfully, Andy see us as a natural choice to try and help him out, which is what we've done with the Shaman car, etc. as well, getting that through IVA. And now we've taken over the AB Performance Facebook page and the Kit Stop page. So those two pages will be linked into us, and we'll be adminning those, and we'll maybe explain a bit more and what's going to go on the Facebook page itself, but we will be focusing more on the bike engine side of the business. It really is what Andy was all about. So we're trying to keep all that history, all that 18 years of history that he's put loads of information out that he used to share with you guys. We've kept all that history, thankfully, and it hasn't been lost on guides, installs, videos and all of that. We've managed to maintain all that as well. So that will be under our control. We'll be working with it, and hopefully we can answer your questions through that page as well, if necessary. But we, as I say, mainly focused on the bike engine side of well, the 7 replicas really. So that's fantastic news, and we're pleased to be able to bring Andy and continue Andy's legacy at the same time as well. So this Arian Scandinavia deal, we are looking to maybe support with that as well. No deal is finalised exactly on what we're doing with that yet, but we will be looking to bring in the parts and hopefully support some of the Arian customers that are already out there in the UK. Arian Scandinavia will probably support all of Europe and the rest of the world, but UK customers, we are working quite hard here to try and hopefully help support you as well. So that's what MK is all about, and Kit Car Direct is all about. We're trying to support the community. It doesn't matter about the brands. We are here. We love our 7s. We love all of that. So hopefully subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed to our video and you like what we do and you want something featured, don't forget who's in the headlights if you want your car featured. Subscribe, press that subscribe button down there, chaps, and we'll try and support you as best we can. So that's what's it. That was our news this week. So AB Performance, IVA, Auto Car Magazine, and the roll results on the RX-5. If you're looking to sell your MK, touch us up on the phone or an email or Facebook message. That's it for this week, guys. I hope you like what we're doing. Like, share. Catch you next week.